Okay, we've got this Deus 2 back here with a 9-inch coil, but I am going to put this 11-inch coil on in this video. Okay. Running a 0 disc in the sensitive FT program, and I've talked a little bit here about the notch, and I've done give a recommendation. Okay, well, that recommendation can work for you. Okay. And it can also cause you to miss some targets. The size of your nails can be a driver. You know, there's not going to be a universal notch setup. And I'm going to show this here. Actually, this notch you're going to see here may be even better than what I've stated before, okay? But I will show you the effects, okay? That is a shorter, smaller colonial nail there. You see that nickel there? If I use a 0 through 1 and a 4 through 8 notch, I won't hit that nickel coming down like so. But that's not how I've got this machine set up. I've got the notch at 0, 2 through 7, okay? You get to hear that nickel. Now, notice the sound of that nickel. When I notice the signal. You hear that? I'm going to hold the coil up a little higher so it's a broad signal. It's not a signal that's just pecking and clean on the edges. You notice that? Hear that? It's like a double beat. Now that's in 5 tones, okay? So you got to see that. Now if I put my notch like I said in there, the 4 through 8 won't touch that nickel. Now, you're using this machine out in the wild. You know, the Deus 2 is not, you know, there's no quiet machine in heavy iron. Don't let nobody bullshit you, okay? They all make noise. Iron can do things to metal detectors. Okay, now I've removed the nickel here, and I've still got this same notch in this machine. You hear that? Hear that right there? Notice what you're hearing there. You're hearing a blotchy signal. So if you were in the wild sweeping and you heard that, well, that wouldn't be very, especially when you're looking down at that meter and you see that 1. Okay? That don't sound like this, does it? Listen to this. Hear that? So that might be your little hint, like, uh-oh, I just came down a non-ferrous target by a nail. Okay? And of course, naturally, you could turn. And you hear that nice tone. Okay, now I'm going to switch nails here. Now this is a nail similar to what I showed previous. Longer, see that? Now the coil size is the same. And I've got the same notch in the machine. You just heard the nickel. See what happens? Okay, I can't hear it. Now I can hear it over here. With a 64 and a meter, okay? So what I'm saying, you know, you let your side in which, you know, it can be a little trial and error. But actually, this notch right here might be, if I was going to give a recommendation, that's probably the way I would go. Let me turn this camera off, dude. Okay, we've got this 11-inch coil on this Deus 2, version 2.00 steel, okay? Now nothing's changed on this. I've still got this 0, 2 through 07 notch. Alright, I'll let you hear that nickel down there by the iron. Hear that? So it gives that sort of that hee-haw double beep sound, okay? So that might be your clue in the wild. Because you're going to hear some stuff with this, running this machine like this. You're going to hear some stuff running 6.8 fast program or even sensitive FT2, okay? Now there's just the nail with the notch. I'll let you hear that. That's one of them old rusty nails, okay? Now if I switch nails out with this coil even, okay? We'll put the old big nail back in there with this same notch system, okay? Notice what happens. Okay, I can't hear it. Okay? But I can hear it that way again with a 64 in the meter. Now if I change the notch in this machine, which I'll do real quick. Here's 4 through 8. Okay. So I can hear that. I won't hear the nail when I remove the nickel, which I'll do, but I'll show you something here. Okay, you might find helpful. Okay, see, I don't get the nail. Okay, but if I put this little nail, the smaller nail down there, watch what happens with this notch. Hear that? So a lower notch might be smart. Might be wanting to just leave, you know, like I had the machine set up originally here. Two through 7. There's 2 through 7 in the meter there. You see it there, okay? So the little nail is gone. Alright, well the big nail is gone too. But we can't hear the nickel by the big nail, but we can hear it by the little nail, okay? So it's going to be up to you how you set your machine up, you know, what your goal is. You know, if you got a lot of these big nails in a sight, you might opt for the other notch, okay? It's not a perfect system, you know, and I said that yesterday, okay? I hope you enjoyed.